guys, welcome back to my vlog. So today we started off our day by touring the Testaccio neighborhood, which is a neighborhood of the city of Rome, where it was once also part of the ancient Rome. And here we learn about the culture of the neighborhood, where we were told about the evolution of how food is being prepared and is being bought here in Italy, where previously groceries were usually bought from mini markets or family owned, where the owner of the market could provide customers with tips about the origin of the food or about how you could utilize the food. But nowadays it has been very popular for Italians to buy their groceries from supermarkets. So it leads to these family-owned markets to close down because there isn't enough economy for them to survive. However, it was actually really good to know and to hear that the city council is actually providing them with support to preserve this few family-owned stores, to preserve their tradition and to allow visitors or tourists to know better about the past of the city of Rome. Then we also went on a tour around a roof market, where it used to be an open market back in the center of the Testaccio neighborhood, but because due to complaints from the residents around the open market, due to the smell and the rodents surrounding the market was then moved to a roofed area where currently there are a lot of fresh products, a lot of street food offered. And it was interesting to learn that the definition of street food here in Rome is very different from street food all around the world, where my perception of street food is usually finger food, where you could have something quick and light, whereas here in Rome, street food are actually modification of ancient food. And in particular, for example, is to incorporate ancient meat poultry into a sandwich. So all these recipes are actually ancient, it has been a traditional food for the past few centuries, and now it has been modernized into a modern food that everyone could have at a reasonable price. We were also told about the organic situation here in Italy, where organic products are only gaining popularity just a few decades ago, about 20 years ago, which is very different from America, where organic stores could be found all over, and there are many options for vegans and vegetarians to buy their groceries. But here in Italy, the organic industry developed a little bit later here in Italy compared to the America. And so currently the organic stores are started to grow in numbers. So that was actually very interesting because organic products are also a trend back in Malaysia, and we definitely have quite a few organic shops, and it has been growing in numbers this past few years. So it was a shock to me to learn that Italy was only exposed to the organic industry so late in time. In the afternoon, we had a brief course on the Italian language, where we learned how to introduce ourselves and so on and so forth. And then we went on to a cooking class at a restaurant called Shine On. So during this cooking class, we interacted with a chef, where we made tiramisu by hand, we made artichokes, mashed potatoes, meatballs, and also fried zucchini stuffed with anchovies and mozzarella cheese. So it was actually a very good experience for me because I personally like to cook and have been cooking pretty often this few years. So it was definitely an eye opener to me to see how professional chefs prepare their food and to be in a restaurant kitchen and to be able to do hands on cooking with a chef. So it was definitely a very great opportunity for me to learn more skills, to rediscover my talents, and to feel accomplished after cooking. And when tasting it, it really felt amazing to be able to cook such an amazing dish that everyone put their efforts into. I've also taken the opportunity to secretly learn about recipes that the chef had shared with us. So in particular was I found which I found very interesting was to make tempura batter, which is frying batter with whipping egg whites, adding flour, two types of flour. One is just all-purpose flour, one is yellow wheat flour, adding cornstarch and sparkling water and whisking it all together. So that was definitely a surprise to me because I've never thought of just using egg whites, whip egg whites to make a batter. Where usually I'll use just all-purpose flour and cornstarch with uh, an egg, a whole egg with the egg yolk. So that was definitely an eye opener, and the batter came out very light and very crisp. So it was a recipe that I would definitely put into practice in my daily life when I cook.